Ready, go.
And welcome to the breakfast show. We are live with two wonderful, wonderful guests here right now. Thank you guys for being on the show. It's Michael Hulgate and Francesca De Sica.
Yep.
I got those right. And we're live from the British Council Library in Karachi. It's a fun time. We have a great show. Francesca, you are here from the UK with a great show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it to get started?
Thank you. It's an all-female rendition of Scandal in Bohemia. So Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes story. The only story where a woman outwitted Sherlock Holmes. But along the way, we've got a Punch and Judy show. We've got some music, theatre, a lot of physical activity. It's going to be a very acrobatic kind of show. Actors are playing lots of different roles. All of us are drama trained and musicians and singers and dancers. But yeah, it's putting all three together in 90 minutes to create an entire sort of ensemble montage of storytelling, basically. We didn't want it to be a really dry duologue, two people sitting in a chair theorising. We're physicalising as much as possible so it can travel. It's easily understood.
And it's just fun. It sounds like
it's
a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's comedy, and sometimes in the rehearsals we just end up sort of breaking down and laughing because we're just making each other laugh too much. So it's good fun.
Michael Hulgate, you have invited them down to be here as part of a British Council project. Why don't you tell us how this came about?
The British Council in Pakistan, what we're trying to do is connect the UK to Pakistan and Pakistan to the UK, introducing the best of UK culture into Pakistan, trying to create these cultural and educational links between the UK and Pakistan. And one of those things is making our library into a space where we can really showcase some of the best of UK culture. We're frequently putting on various different types of events that are trying to showcase some interesting cultural things, and the Struts and Frets show is one of these things.
Is the show scandalous? What shall one expect?
One will expect 6 incredibly talented, very, very intelligent, multi-rolling women playing several parts, several instruments, lots of costume changes, set changes. It's a real ensemble piece, everyone working together to create a very interesting story, and bringing in as many other Sherlock stories as possible as well. I almost said Shakespeare, it's not. Sherlock stories.
Yeah, and you as a theatre maker have been to multiple places in the world and kind of done theatre productions.
Yep.
What is it? What entices you? Because you could just kind of, stay where you were, do it in your home turf, but coming thousands of miles, doing it in another country, what's the kind of impetus behind that?
The impetus for travelling, full stop, is that you are always learning. You always have to be sort of humble enough to go elsewhere and take on board everywhere else you go. So it's so interesting. It's like finding similarities and differences between your version of storytelling and ours. Even when I picked up an accordion, you have a shruti. I was like, oh, they kind of sound the same. When we were looking for the collarless shirts, the Victorian collar shirts, you have your shalwar kameez. It's like there are so many similarities that you would probably understand, and also the differences too. So how do we translate that and bridge that gap? And that's what you're always doing in theatre is getting a message across and finding different ways of translating that. Why Pakistan? Because I came last year. I came to Islamabad and Lahore. I didn't come to Karachi, so this is my first time in Karachi. Absolutely love Pakistanis. They are one of the friendliest, funnest people.
Your cast is here as well, Francesca.
Yes,
right?
they are. Yes.
And we get to speak to them.
Yes.
And they'll tell us all kinds of secrets about you.
Of course.
You're here. You're not here.
Yes.
Okay, we look forward to that. Michael, I want you to wrap up kind of. What are the other events that people can look forward to at the British Council?
The British Council is doing a huge range of things. What ties together everything is trying to provide skills and opportunities to young people in Pakistan. And as part of that, we're doing huge amounts of teacher training all across Sindh and Baluchistan, trying to improve the quality of teaching in public and private schools. We have a huge program that's trying to get kids into school. You may know that there are 24 million out-of-school children in Pakistan, and over the past couple of years we've gotten 250,000 kids back into school. We have a really big program looking at school enrollment. We do a huge amount on exams. We're just getting into exam season, May and June. We also do a lot around sort of capacity building for community leaders, trying to help young people get the skills to become leaders in their community and try to affect social change in their community. All of this is about trying to give the young people the skills that they need to succeed, because we feel that if Pakistan is to become more prosperous and stable and successful in the future, it's the young people now, it's the teenagers and the people in their 20s that are going to make that happen. And so we're trying to give them the tools, the skills, the knowledge, the opportunities that they need to make that happen.
Brilliant. And Francesca, why don't you wrap up for us?
I will, thank you. I was just going to say, as a follow-on from what Michael was saying, what we're doing after the performance, the next day we're doing 2 workshops. The first workshop is called Actors on the Stage. So for people who have absolutely no prior dramatic training whatsoever, we're going to do lots of improvisational exercises. We're going to make it fun. They're going to work together. They're going to relax. The second part is going to be how to be actors on the world stage. So how do you work together? How do you improvise? How do you collaborate? How do you accept any proposition given to you, turn it, make it positive, and then affect social change in the world? So that's what we're just been planning now.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you guys so much for being on The Breakfast Show. We're going to be back with many more performers talking about this brilliant production taking place in Karachi. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.